What are you doing in town?
Well, we live here now. Papa sold the mine and we bought a house here in town. The old Creston place.
Hey, that's a mansion.
At least we got room enough for all the furniture.
Hey, I'd like you to meet my brother Horace. This is Meena and her father, Luke Calhoun.
Hey, ma'am. Happy to meet you.
Howdy.
How's your husband? Your husband, Virg?
Oh, Virg. Oh, yes. Well, we're not married yet. You know, the arrangements and things. He and his brothers are all back at the house.
But their feet propped up on something.
What are you doing in town, Joe?
Yeah, we just had a little work to take care of.
If you're supposed to be working, what are you doing standing around here talking?
Now, you haven't changed a bit, have you?
Papa, maybe they're trying to be polite.
No, we really do have work to do. It's good to see you again, Meena.
Happy to meet you folks.
Always a pleasure to see you, Luke.
You still like him, don't you?
I'm going to marry Virg, remember?
I remember. You're the one that's forgot.
Oh.
Morning, Miss Meena.
Morning. Well, I'm not going to marry a man who sits around the house all day. I want a man who gets up every morning and goes to work.
That sure don't sound like Virg.
Well, it could be, if it weren't for those two no-count brothers of his. Now, they're a bad influence, Papa.
Well, I'll run them off.
No, I just want you to make it clear. No job, no wedding.
If they don't still go to work?
Then you can run them off.
All three of them?
All three of them.
Had a nice rest, ain't you?
Yes, sir.
Well, then when you figuring on going to work?
Well, we're, waiting for the right job to come along, Mr. Calhoun.
Well, if it'd come along, couldn't see you in here. Why don't you wait out on the front porch where I can see you from a distance?
Oh, you don't need to worry, Mr. Calhoun. It'll find us. Always does.
Well, if the right job ain't found you out by tomorrow, you better go look for it, you hear me?
We've been looking for work.
Well, you better find a job by tomorrow. Out you go, you understand?
You gonna run my brothers off, Mr. Calhoun?
No. I'm gonna run all three of you off.
But I'm gonna marry your daughter.
Not unless you go to work, you ain't.
Who says?
She does.
She does?
She does. No job, no wedding. And you can chew on that until dinner time.
Well, he done it. He done it. I ain't gonna be able to sleep again till tonight. Well, you heard him. No job, no wedding.
I heard him. What do you think we ought to do? I think we better get packed.
Get packed? Get packed! You get back over there. We'll face this crisis together. You're gonna stay here and live up to your responsibilities.
You gotta face your obligation.
And get a job.
It's your duty. You owe it. To Meena.
Meena? Not to Meena, to us, your brothers. Virg. Now you just sit down there, Virg. Now, listen to me, Virg, boy. See, we ain't never had two nickels to rub together in our whole lives. See, now we're just sitting under a money tree waiting for the fruit to fall.
And all we're asking you to do is just shake that tree a little. I thought you were asking me to go to work.
Well, it's not just for us, Virg. You gotta think about yourself. And Meena. I mean, the way she needs you, loves you, depends on you.
Right, yeah. But she's the one who said it. No job, no wedding.
Oh, well. That's because she loves you.
Well, that's an awful funny thing to say to someone you love.
No, that's nothing compared to what some people say to people they love.
Like what?
You can find that out after you're married.
Right now, we gotta get you a job.
Jesse, can I have my own office? And a desk?
Well, that sounds fair.
I don't see why not.
Well, then I'll be the boss, and you two can work for me. That way we all three got jobs.
We don't need to go that far, do we?
Doing what?
Jesse. Jesse, I'm about to have an idea.
Heaven help us.
In charge?
That's what Furman said when he left.
I see you selling cow ponies for $45.
Not much horse. Good ones cost you more.
I was kind of hoping you'd say that. See, me and my brother got 36 ponies we'd like to sell. Cross between California and Texas stock. They're prime animals.
I'm not interested.
You do buy and sell horses, don't you?
Not me, Furman.
Well, you just told me you were in charge.
Well, I am in charge of seeing that nobody walks off with the place till Furman gets back.
Hey, Mr. Furman.
What can I do for you?
They're all fine, sound stock in prime condition.
Funny your pa never mentioned them to me.
I don't belong to my pa, belong to me and my brother Hoss.
You boys going into business for yourselves?
Yeah, in a small way.
I have to see 'em to give you a firm offer. But if they're what you say they are, they should be worth about $40 a head.
Well, I think they may be worth a little more than that. I'll bring some into town, let you take a look.
You do that.
Hey, who's your new hired hand?
He isn't. Drifter. Slept in the loft last night. Been keeping an eye on the place this morning to pay for it.
Yep, well, I'll see you later. Take care. Hey, friend, I understand you're drifting. You want a job?
Depends.
Well, we need some help bringing some horses into town.
I'll trap for a day or two.
Fine. You good with horses?
Yep. They're bigger than me, but I'm smarter than them.
Well, there might be some other chores.
There always is. Well, so long as it's within the law, you name it, and I've done it.
You're hired. My name's Joe Cartwright.
My name's Rhodes.
Not Dusty.
I knew it. Tell a man you named Rhodes, and next thing he says, Dusty. Been happening all my life.
Well, don't get mad. What's your real name?
Dusty.
Dusty, where you from?
Point in any direction, and I've been there. Most times I didn't like it much.
You got a horse?
Yeah.
Why don't you get him saddled up? I'll be back in a few minutes. Welcome to Nevada.
Is that where I am?
Hoss! Hey, Hoss! Did you talk to McAdams?
Yeah, he's talking about $40 a head, but he says he's got to take a look at them first.
Yeah, well, if we can get these two stables bidding against each other.
Price has got to go right up, huh?
Has to. Hey, I hired a fellow to help us bring the horses in.
He did. How come we don't use some of Paul's hands?
No, wait a minute. These are our horses and our deal. We got to pay our own way on it.
Yeah, I reckon you're right.
Hey, Bob, how you doing?
Howdy.
You two look like you've got some good news.
We sure have. Yes, sir.
We were offered $40 a head for those ponies.
And that was just the first offer.
We'll be able to pay you back all the money we owe you for winter feed.
Oh, well, you don't have to worry about it.
That was a loan. We're going to pay it back.
Well, there's no rush.
No, it's perfectly all right. We said we'd pay you the end of this week. We're going to pay you the end of this week.
$40 a head, huh? That's not bad horse trading.
Yeah, I think so. How come you're not smiling?
Well, I'll smile when the money's in the bank.
Don't count your chickens before they hatch. Look before you leap.
But he who hesitates is lost.
Hey, ain't that food I smell?
Yeah, supper's about to be served.
Well, how come we ain't eating?
Joseph, in this case, he who hesitates is truly lost.
I got a feeling you're right.
You know, Virgil, you got a pretty good idea. You ain't as dumb as you look.
Do you mean it, Papa?
Sure, man. Just one thing.
Where you gonna get the money?
Well, that's why we come to you.
For what?
For the money.
My money? No, sir. You ain't gonna get me to put up any of my money to any of your harebrained schemes. No, sir, you ain't. I can take.
You just said it was a good idea.
Well, it is, considering the sauce. It's his idea. Let him put up the money.
But I don't have any.
Well, then you better get some ideas that don't cost anything.
You won't give him the money?
No, ma'am, I won't.
Then I will.
You ain't got no money.
I don't?
Oh, do you?
Don't I?
I reckon you do, Meena. All right, Virgil, you and me's in business. And from now on, I want you to remember one thing, it's my money, and I got the final say on everything.
Yes, sir.
Go get your suit on, Virg. We're going to the bank.
Oh, Meena, do I gotta wear that suit?
Have to. And yes, you do.
Come on, Virgil.
Why does he have to have an office and a desk? How come he can't go out and punch cows like anybody else?
Because I want him to have an office and a desk, Papa. It's got more class.
Well, I wish you wouldn't have said that word like you thought I wouldn't understand. Meena, I know a few things about class. One, you can't buy it with money. And two, it won't rub off on you.
Hey, Mr. Furman.
Howdy.
Jesse, what are you doing?
What's it look like I'm doing? I'm making a price list here.
Yeah, well, what are you scratching on Mr. Furman's price list for?
Well, for your information, this ain't Mr. Furman's price list. This here's my price list.
What do you mean it's your price list?
Well, it ain't really my price list. You can see here, this C&P Development Company owns it. I just run it for them.
Joseph, you know this fella?
Yeah, he's a crook.
I heard that. That ain't a very nice way to talk.
No, but it's very correct. Where's Mr. Furman?
What difference does that make?
We want to sell him some horses.
What you asking?
What are you offering?
Where are the horses?
I got 6 of them out front.
Well, just take a look at them. Now, $15 a piece.
We're asking 70.
16.
65.
17.
60.
17.50.
55.
18.
45.
19.
40.
20.
50.
20.
55.
20.
60.
Now, wait a minute. You're going up.
It's because you're not.
You've done this before, haven't you?
Just a little bit, yes.
You figure you got my back up against the wall. I'll tell you what. I'll give you $25 a piece for them horses.
40.
Well,
40.
you take it or leave it.
We'll leave it. Let's go over and talk to McAdams.
All right, well, you make sure you take the horses with you now.
A bunch of wild horses running around and sloppy.
Mr. McAdams, we got those 6 horses out there I was telling you about.
What horses?
Owen, what are you doing here?
I'm the manager.
You know him, too?
Yeah, he's the brother of the other crook.
C&P Livery Stable, number 2.
All right, Owen, we got some horses we want to sell.
They saddle broke?
No.
Broke the harness?
No.
Not interested.
Thank you. Hey, Owen, can we leave the horses here a while?
25 cents a day. 5 cents a day for feed.
Yeah, we'll take them with us. Hey, where is the C&P Development Company?
Right across the street from the bank.
Thank you.
You all come back and see us, yeah?
Yeah.
Hi, Joe. What do you say, Hoss?
Howdy.
Who owns this place?
I do.
And you're the man in charge, huh?
That's right.
Then you're the misguided man who's bought up all the livery stables in Virginia City so you could cheat the people.
Did you want to say something, Budge?
I better get back to my office.
All right, then
Now,
listen to me.
all I'm trying to do is what any other businessman would do. Buy low and sell high.
Yeah. Well, there's such a thing as buying too low.
All I want to do is make a little profit.
Well, there's a difference between making a profit and making an honest profit.
What's that?
What?
What's the difference?
Well, the difference is a matter of honor, of being fair and reasonable with people.
Oh, you're the one to decide what's fair and reasonable around here.
No, I didn't say that.
I just heard you with my own ears. You said it was all right for a fella to make a little money, but if he made a lot of money, it was dishonorable and unfair.
Did I say that?
You sure did. I just heard you.
Well, I'm right. Look, I'm right about this. Now, I don't know why you make me sound like I'm wrong.
You're just too sure of yourself.
Hello, Joe. Boss? Virgil?
That sure is a purty dress, Meena.
It's a pretty dress, Virg.
That's what I said.
No, you said it was a purty dress.
That's what I said.
Well, it isn't a purty dress, it's a pretty dress.
What you been doing? Shopping again?
Again.
That's what I thought. You do a lot of that, don't you?
A lot of what?
Shopping.
I haven't been shopping.
Meena, you just go on talking. I'll sit here and just listen.
Just listen.
Yes, ma'am.
What's wrong, Virgil? Don't you feel well?
I felt fine up till a minute ago.
Oh. Well, I just wanted to talk to you about the wedding.
What about it?
I got a letter from Philadelphia. My Aunt Mary is sick and won't be able to travel for a few weeks, so we'll have to set the wedding back a little. But don't tell Papa. We don't want him to worry about her.
I won't say a word.
Is that all right with you, Virg?
It's not my place to tell him.
I mean about the wedding.
Oh, that's all right. That's fine.
You know, Virg, sometime I get the feeling you don't really want to get married.
Sure I do. But it's kind of like sticking your foot into a bear trap. A man has to get up his nerve to do a thing like that on purpose.
Yes. Well, see you at supper.
Meena, you're about the prettiest bear trap I ever seen.
The prettiest bear trap, Virg.
That's what I said.
That is not what you said.
Well, then, what did I say?
I said $15 a piece for them horses.
You cut that out.
You turn loose of my stamps.
Look, you offered me $25
Yeah, but you
before.
turned it down.
All right, well, I'm accepting it now.
I ain't offering it now. $15.
25.
Split the difference?
Sold.
$20 a piece for them nags. You're some kind of horse trader. Man don't stand a chance with the likes of you.
Joe, you're right. He is a critic.
How much is 6 times 20? Let me tell you what I done.
Shh. I think he's having another idea.
Oh, listen. Shh. You remember them cow ponies the Cartwrights had? Shh. You stop shushing me. Ouch! How come
come you done that?
Because you done it to me.
Now, well, I'm the head of this family. Anybody does any of that, I'll do it.
You do it. Jesse? Jesse, do you understand me when I talk?
Oh, well, I understand the words, all right.
And I understand you just fine when you talk.
That's because I'm a plain-spoken man.
But when I talk to Meena, well, I know we're talking the same language, but we don't mean the same thing.
Well, that's because she's a woman. I've told you how to talk to women. You gotta tell them how pretty they are.
Yeah. That's what I done.
Well?
And she said I was right, but I was wrong.
Oh, that's normal. Maybe she's only half convinced that she's pretty. You know, you could be right. She might just be not thinking she's too pretty.
Jesse, do I gotta marry her?
Well, if you don't, somebody's gonna be awful broken up about it.
Meena?
You.
I think I better go back to my office.
Owen?
Huh?
How come your prices are lower than mine?
Well, I figured I'd do more business that way.
Change 'em, stumphead.
We just plain got slickered, that's all.
He saw us coming all the way down the pike.
Ain't you gonna say I told you so?
No.
It wasn't just us, it was everybody. They doubled the prices on everything.
No need for it either. Furman and McAdams always made a good living out of those stables.
It's just plain greed, that's all.
Well, I don't know what to say. Of course, you could take the horses over to Sacramento or Reno to sell them.
It's a long, hot drive this time of year.
Yeah, I know that. Well, I gotta get back to the ranch. I got a lot of things to do. I'll see you back there later.
Yeah.
Take it easy, Paul.
Dad, burn it. Hey. You know, Pa said something about McAdams and Furman making money with their stables.
Yeah. And at the old prices, too.
Now, just what would happen if somebody opened up a new stable?
Yeah. At those same old prices.
You clean up, cut everybody up.
Yeah. Nah, that ain't gonna work. What do we know about running a livery stable?
Well, nothing now, but we could learn, couldn't we?
I ran a livery stable once for a man down in Houston. Big fella named O'Brien, and we made lots of money. But if you're gonna have a livery stable, you gotta have a barn.
Hey, what about that old Conroy barn up the other end of town?
Hey, you know, that's big enough.
Yeah. Reckon who owns that now?
Somebody at the bank could tell you.
Why do you know that?
I worked in a bank once in Texarkana. Second day I was there, John Wesley Hardin walked in with a gun in each hand and made a sizable withdrawal. So I moved on to Little Rock.
Dusty, thank you. Why don't you go have a beer? We're going to the bank.
See you later.
Of course, I know it's none of my business, Mr. Calhoun.
Call me Luke.
Luke, I was just wondering if you knew how they were running those stables of yours and if you approved.
Well, all I know is we're making money.
Yeah, I realize that, but you're sure not making any friends.
I ain't in business to make friends.
I see. Well, of course, that answers my question. Sorry to have troubled you, Mr. Calhoun.
Call me Luke.
Good day, Mr. Calhoun.
The bank doesn't own the barn and corrals, but we are acting as agents for the owner, if you care to rent it.
Well, just how much would the rent be?
$100 a month.
$100 a month?
Or if you care to sign a 1 year's lease and pay the first 3 months in advance, $50 a month.
50, huh? That's more like it. What do you think?
Yeah, I think we ought to go for that.
John, draw up the papers. Be back in an hour.
Right.
Howdy, Meena.
Hello, Papa.
You look sad. Is there something wrong?
No, Papa. I was just thinking about Virg.
Well, you got a good reason for looking sad.
Well, I mean, he's a good boy, Papa. He's gentle and innocent and a little dumb.
Is that the kind of man you want to marry?
That's what I was thinking about.
Well, Meena, If he ain't exactly the kind of boy you want to marry, you should not have married him.
Well, he's not exactly what I want, Papa, but there's a lot of raw material to work with.
That boy's all raw material. He's virgin country. But don't you get the idea you're gonna change him. For all the Virgil being dumb, he's got a lot of backbone.
Virg?
Well, whether you see it or not, it's there. If it wasn't, them brothers would have twisted him all out of shape a long time ago.
I hadn't thought of that.
They started on him young, Meena, and they've been working on him a long time. And he's still gentle, innocent, and a little dumb.
Well, won't he change after we're married?
Yeah, he won't be innocent anymore.
Hey. Howdy.
How'd you make out?
Pretty good. Talked to Mr. Lanier down at the saddle shop, and he said we could use some of his old saddles and bridles, and we could pay him back when we could. And he ain't altogether in love with that C&D Development Company neither.
Hey, good deal. I talked to Mr. Atkins at the feed store, and he said he'd give us credit for a month.
Hey, that's great.
Fellas, I think we're in the livery stable business.
Yeah, and that means we're gonna clean up.
You bet.
That's not bad, is it?
What? You're sorry? No, it's all right.
I used to paint signs for a medicine show I was traveling with. Went broke in Tonopah.
Well, no reflection on your sign.
No, if it hadn't been for my signs, we'd have gone broke in Daggett.
We're open for business.
What do we do now?
We just sit back and wait for the crowds to roll in.
Be careful where you stand, Joe. You don't want to get trampled by the crowd.
Yeah. Hey, is he coming this way?
Hi there. Nice day, isn't it?
Yep.
Can I help you with something?
Nope. Right where the crowds are.
He just left.
I just don't understand it. Those are the lowest prices in town. Are you sure people know about this place?
Oh, yeah, they know all right. We put out handbills with the price list in the saloon and the barber shop, the courthouse, even at the jailhouse. They know all right.
No, there's got to be some reason. You know, I just might know what that reason is.
Hey, Dusty, you stay here. Somebody's got to look out the store.
I was afraid you'd say that.
Hey, look at that. Their prices are lower than ours all the way down the line.
Yeah, but they'll lose money.
Yeah, till they drive us out of business, and then they'll raise them again.
Well, they just won't drive us out of business. We'll lower our prices.
Yeah, and then we lose money.
Let's get out of the business.
Right. Sooner the better. Let's go see if we can get our rent back.
I agree with you, Joe. A man shouldn't have to pay for something he doesn't need.
Well, John, I'm glad you understand.
And if it were up to me, I'd tear up the lease and give you your money back.
Well, we appreciate that, John. We sure do.
But it's not up to me. It's up to the owner. I've already turned over the papers and the money to him.
Who would that be?
C&P Development Company, right across the street. Mr. Calhoun. If you like, I'll walk over and introduce you.
No need, John. Mr. Calhoun and I are old friends.
All right, Virg. Come on, open up. I know you're in there. Let's go. Open it. Come on, Virg. Open it up, or I'm going to kick the door in. Now, let's go. Come on.
Y'all looking for something?
Yeah, satisfaction.
Well, you ain't gonna find it in here.
Now, look, Luke. We want the money and the lease back.
I can't do it, Joe. Ain't good business.
What do you mean, business? That wasn't business. That was a trick. Chicanery.
Chicken canary?
Chicanery, the deception.
It was business.
Well, just what do you think business is?
Business? Oh, business is when a man with money meets a man with experience. The man with the experience gets the money, and the man with the money gets the experience. I'll expect that rent the first of every month.
Hello, Joe. Boss. And you took the money?
Well, we rented it in the bond, Meena.
Knowing that if you cut your prices, you'd run them out of business.
Nobody forced them to rent that bond, Meena. It was their idea.
But they didn't know you owned it.
That's right. If everybody knew the truth about everything, it wouldn't be no business.
Papa, I'm ashamed that you'd even have an idea like that.
Well, it wasn't my idea. It was Virgil's.
Virg? My Virg? That Virg?
That's him.
You can come out now, Virg. They're gone.
Howdy, Meena. You sure look pretty.
Don't try to change the subject. Was that your idea?
What idea?
To rent the Cartwrights that barn and then run them out of business.
I didn't know it was going to be the Cartwrights.
But it was your idea.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, you're going to tear up that lease and give them their money back. Do you understand?
No.
Then I'll explain it to you.
No need to. I understand. But I'm not going to give the money back.
You're not?
No.
Now, Virg,
No.
you don't understand.
No, Miss Meena. It's you that don't understand. See on that door there? That says Virgil Potter. That's me. That's my office. Now you show me on that door where it says Meena Calhoun, and I'll give them their money back.
It was my money that paid for that office.
And you ain't never gonna let me forget it, are you?
Virg, I'm sorry I said that.
I'm sorry I got you into this.
Dusty, forget it, it's not your fault.
If I just kept my big mouth shut, maybe you wouldn't be in this fix.
Well, Dusty, it wasn't you. It was all three of us.
No, it seems like it's been happening my whole life. Going around getting people all caught up in my big ideas. Then running off and leaving them to make it come out right.
Forget about it, will you?
Well, this time I'm sticking it out till the end. Win or lose.
Well, I think I can save you some time, Dusty. I got a notion I can tell you how this is going to turn out.
Well, Pa,
I've already said it.
Just ain't fair.
It's fair. Unless you know of a set of rules that says it's not.
Somehow it just don't seem right.
Didn't say it was right, said it was fair. Well, what now?
Well, we'll give everything back and close the doors.
You mean you're quitting?
Yeah, I suppose that's what I mean.
Well, I guess it's a smart man knows when he's beaten.
Well, we ain't necessarily beaten.
What would you call it?
Well, they just won this round, that's all.
Oh, it's when you close those doors, the fight's over.
Well, now, what do you expect us to do? Lower the prices again?
And they lower their prices.
Then we lower our prices, and before you know, we're giving everything away free. I'm the world's first free livery stable.
Well, we'd have all the business in town anyway.
That's it. That's it. A free livery stable. We'd have all the business in town.
Sure would.
That's the answer, Joe. We give it away.
Free?
Absolutely, completely, 100% free. Why, we'll clean up.
Dusty, you gotta lay off the local weed.
You don't understand.
You're right, I don't.
It's a ding joint.
It's a dingbat, too.
It's on more local weed.
Will you just listen to me?
Go ahead.
When I was with the medicine show, they had a ding joint. That's a free show. Absolutely free. We'd set up a tent and hang things along the side. Pictures out of books and bugs we'd picked up and mounted under glass, anything. Then after they'd walked through the tent, at the exit there was a big glass bowl for contributions or donations, whatever you want to call it.
And they put money in there?
Well, usually no more than a nickel or a dime, but something. And that coin would hit that glass bowl with a loud ding. That's why they call it a ding joint.
Dusty, that is the most stupid, ridiculous, idiotic idea I have ever heard in my entire life.
You two have a nice picnic. Say you...
I hope you had a nice ride. What owe you? Nothing. Nothing at all.
What if I don't want to make a donation?
If you don't want to, you don't have to.
Thanks.
Oh, thank you.
What for?
Oh, big business.
I don't take something for nothing.
Free. That's what that says, free.
You can't get much cheaper than that.
Well, looks like we're out of work again.
Jess, I got a what if for you.
You got a what if for me.
Yeah.
Well, what if?
What if Luke decides to run us off now that we're out of work?
Read this. Huh? Huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought you said you could read.
Well, I can't.
You can't read it. What's that word right there?
There.
That's right. Now, what's that word right there?
In.
Now, that's is. And it says right between that there and is, that there's been a gold strike in Montana. You know what that means, don't you?
Yeah. They found gold in Montana. And if they found gold, anybody can find gold.
And we're just anybody.
Oh, Jesse, turn me loose in Montana. I can find gold in the ground. I can track bluebirds across empty skies.
Hi, Owen.
How you doing, Virgil?
Jesse.
Hi, Virg.
Them doing so well sure is bad for business.
Oh, bad.
Yeah.
Guess me and Owen, being out of work, old Luke, he's gonna run us off.
No, he won't. I won't let him.
How you gonna stop him?
I'll just tell him. If you go, I go.
Well, you don't have to do that, Virgil.
Well, I know, but that's what I'm gonna do.
It's a sweet boy, Jess.
Well, I think he means that. You mean that, don't you?
Sure do. Ain't gonna leave me alone with that woman.
You ever learn how to read?
Miss Clackley taught me.
Miss Clackley?
Cackley.
Cackley?
Yeah, I used to work with her.
You worked with her.
I didn't graduate.
You read it to him.
There has been gold discovered in Montana.
I'd better read it. There's been a gold strike in Montana.
Right.
See how I read? You'd have graduated, you could have read like that.
Hurry up, Papa. Every minute you wait costs you money.
Hello, Miss Meena.
Hello.
Virgil's idea. How come he can't do it?
Because you're going to.
How come I always get stuck doing all the talking?
That's what you do best.
It is?
In a manner of speaking.
Howdy, Miss Meena.
That's the third time today that fella said hello to you.
It's the 5th time, Papa.
What do you figure he's up to?
Number 6. Just a minute, Papa. You come too.
It's hard to believe it really worked, ain't it?
Oh, that Dusty knows his ding joints. When we get rich, we'll have enough money to pay Pa, maybe a little left over.
Hi, Joe. What do you say there, horse?
Howdy.
Hi, Luke. What can we do for you?
Oh, nothing. We just dropped by to see how y'all's doing.
We're doing just fine.
Good.
Papa?
All right. You win.
Well, if we win, you lose.
That's right.
Now, well, just what is it that you lose?
Go ahead, Papa.
Here's your lease and the rent money back.
No deal.
Jesse sold them cow ponies for $60 a piece. Here's the money to make up the difference to you.
No deal.
But just what you want.
I want you out of the livery stable business.
All right. Furman McAdams want to buy back their stable, so I'll have the papers drawn up in the morning.
Now you got a deal.
Not yet.
I owe you an apology, and I'm offering it to you.
Accepted.
Accepted, Luke.
Well, now that we're getting everything in order, there's one more thing. Virg. Virg, there's something I have to tell you. There aren't any relatives coming from the East. I don't have an Aunt Mary. Well, there's just Papa and me. I only told you that so I could put off the wedding. Until I was sure. Well, now I'm sure. And, well, I think... Well, I don't think... Virg, would you please say something?
Did you know they found gold in Montana?
They what?
Says so, right here.
Virg, I just love you. Well, in a very special way.
You know, if things had been a little different.
You're a very sweet boy, Virg.
And you're about the prettiest thing I ever seen.
And you've got a natural head for business.
Well, it was your money started it in the first place.
Oh, Virg. I'm gonna miss you.
Probably, but not very much.
Right. Virg.
Just enough.
Virg.
What you doing?
Well, what's it look like I'm doing? I'm looking at a map. Trying to find Montana.
Well, you don't need no map. I know where Montana is. I spent too long a time...
You know where Montana is.
That's right.
You don't know where Montana... You don't even know where Reno is.
I know where Reno is. Reno's dead ahead.
It's that way to the ocean.
Well, ain't Reno got an ocean?
Ain't Reno got an ocean. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You just... Now, you watch it. I'm here. There's family. You can track them free.
Where's he going?
To Montana, Papa.
What for?
To find the end of the rainbow.
Time the word gets out, all the good claims are gone. And the bad ones are staked out for 10 miles in every direction. Them boys are going to find nothing but lumps and bruises.
Well, how can you be so sure of that?
Well, I ought to be. I've been there often enough. They're going to have a long ride for nothing.
Yeah, well, here's one time all that experience of yours is going to pay off.
No, Joe, it doesn't. I know it's a waste, and I can convince everybody but myself. So I got to hurry. Those 3 boys will beat me to Montana.
Best of luck.
Yeah, you're gonna need it, Dusty.
Joe, why don't you and Hoss come for Sunday supper?
Sunday supper?
Well,
No. We can't come to Sunday supper because we've got a whole lot of horses around.
Well, we ain't got no horses.
Oh,
no
yes,
such
we do.
thing.
We got a lot of horses
We ain't
around.
got... Ma'am, I'll be there with bells on.
Look, we're running a ding joint here.
Well,
You know?
if you were to come early Sunday afternoon, I could pack a picnic lunch.
Why, Mel, that'd be fun. We don't have to sit down and wait.
That isn't a very good day, you know. You know, we're open.
Welcome to the family.